Hello everyone, I'm Wally here at Wally Gel Blasting, and today we are looking at one of the best entry-level gel blaster rifles. So this rifle right here is the Double Bell M16 Value line, which comes in a bunch of different colors, including the black one here and the tan one here. Now if you'd like to see how these blasters perform, be sure to go check out some other videos on my channel, which I'll probably be using this one. But for now, let's dive into some of the features of this rifle. So this rifle is a full nylon construction, including a nylon foregrip and a nylon buttstock just here. However, the buffer tube, which is this part here, and the primary magazines are all metal. Now inside of this rifle is a full metal V2 gearbox, which is really nice if you want to do any upgrades in the future. This also does mean that the gearbox is more durable when compared to other products with nylon internals. But for now, let's have a look at some important features. So just on the other side here is your mag release. And that just presses in to release the mag, so you just slide the mag in, and it's that button just there. You just press that in, and then the mag comes out. If you pop a mag in, it locks back into place. Now, moving on to the selector switch. This switch right here has 3 positions, each with a distinctive click on each selection. As of currently, the blaster is on safe, as indicated by the switch on its furthest left position. Now, this also has safe written engraved on the rifle just there, right next to the switch, which is really nice if you forgot which position's which and you just want to make sure. Now, this upward position right here is your semi-automatic position, where one trigger pull is one gel shot. And then furthest to the right, this is your fully automatic position, where if you hold the trigger, it will keep firing until you've released the trigger. Now, these positions are relatively universal for most M4s or M16s, so there's a good chance that this applies to your rifle, with the exception of the AK platforms, which has a different system. Now back here is your primary cocking handle. On this particular rifle, this handle doesn't serve a functional purpose other than to open this ejection port just here, which allows you to access some of the internal parts. Now moving on to the buttstock here, this lever at the bottom can be pushed in to adjust the position of the buttstock to make it more comfortable, and then when you release it, it just locks back into place. Now if you pull away the lever from the buttstock, and then pull the buttstock away, you can slide the buttstock off. Now once the buttstock is off, a 11.1 volt battery, which is also included in the GBU listing, can be attached to this plug just here and placed inside of the buffer tube. And it is really nice that they gave you a 11.1 volt battery, which means that the blaster would be able to shoot faster than a 9 volt battery or other voltages. Now to put the buttstock back on, you just need to pull this lever again, like that, like before, and then slide the buttstock over the buffer tube, pull, and then you're good to go again. And then it will lock back in place, and you should be good. Now in terms of sights, you have an M16 style handle and rear iron sight that is placed on this picaninny rail at the top here. However, this can be taken off with these 2 knobs just here, and then sliding the handle off. Now you have a rear iron sight just at the back there, and this can flick up or down depending on what type of sight you prefer. Now in terms of adjusting this, you get a dial just under there which adjusts the height of the sight, so you can sight in this sight system and line up your shots. In addition to that, you also get a dial just at the side there, which allows you to adjust this side to side position. Now you also get a front iron sight just here at the end of the receiver as well. And furthermore, this grip at the front just here can be customized to your liking. for example, you can take off these external covers. As you can see, I've done that with this rifle just here, so you can attach more accessories or more parts. So this right here is the stock configuration with these panels still on, and this one is the modified one. That is really simple to take off. You just pull a little tab there and then slide them off. Now moving on to the end of the barrel just here, you can see that this rifle also comes with a built-in hop-up, which you can adjust with a small Allen key. Just be sure to put on some Loctite before your game, as these screws can wiggle off and fall out. But this basically helps you to adjust how much hop is applied to your rifle or to the gels, which determines how much they curve upwards. Now in terms of extra magazines, most standardized M4 mags would work with this rifle. Just make sure that it is a universal M4 mag. So these mags that come with it are completely metal with plastic or nylon internals as well. I will leave a link to where to get more extra mags for this rifle or for most other M4 rifles in the description. Now these links are not sponsored, this is just from the GBU listing where the parts and accessories can be found. Just as an added bonus tip, when emptying these mags, you just want to open this flap at the top here. Sometimes on extra mags this flap would be on the side just here, but for this one it is at the top. You just lift up that flap there, empty those gels, and then there's a button just there. You just want to press that button. Let's see if I can get that there. That button there, just press that button and then empty those out as well. Now some other things that are also really nice about this rifle is the decals and printing. So this rifle has a bunch of decals which is reference to the actual firearm which this is based off. So as you can see there, it says Colts Patent Firearms and then property of US government M4 carbine. Now that is obviously purely decorational and it is just a nice touch. Now these rifles right here are advertised to shoot at around 320 to 350 FPS, and through testing this was about as advertised. Now I've had this rifle for almost 2 years now, and it is my current primary rifle when going out onto the field, and I have had to do minimal maintenance over the course of those 2 years. And after the many games that I have used this now, I can confidently recommend this rifle as an entry level to high-end rifle. Coming in at just under 350 Australian dollars, this is a great option if you are just getting into the sport, and this rifle will take you very far. Now the rifle itself is extremely rigid and of high quality, and I haven't had any problems with it as of now. And there is quite a nice weight to it as well. It definitely does not feel cheap or light or anything like that. The selector switch has a really nice clicking feature to it as well when you make a selection, as well as the trigger is very solid. Now in the box it did come with a 11.1 volt battery as well as a battery charger. However, it would be a good idea to get a higher quality 3-cell battery charger and a secondary battery for those longer games, which I'll leave a link to in the description as well. Anyway, so that was the Double Bell M16 rifle. I hope you all enjoyed this video and I hope you have a good rest of your day.